supplements that I'm going to be discussing today. Should I film it from here or down here? I think down here is a little better. You know what I realized? I realized that I've never filmed a full supplements video on all the supplements I take in a day. And I think the reason is because it kind of changes every time I'm testing new supplements, and I don't want to give out like information, especially because I'm not a dietitian or I'm not a doctor. So I don't want to put out that kind of information where I want to pressure you to be like, these are supplements that you should be taking. However, I want you guys to take this video as just like a guidance on like what supplements I do for my skin, gut, and brain health, because those are the three categories I'm emphasizing and prioritizing the most in my life right now. So I just kind of want to like frankly share what I do in my routine. Please tell me if I'm doing it wrong or if I'm doing it right, and please tell me what you guys are also doing and what you think I should be adding into my routine as well. This is just gonna be like a very open conversation of like what I do on a daily basis. Let's get into it. One thing that I really want to emphasize is that you can't supplement your way into good health, right? You can't just be taking a bunch of supplements and eating like McDonald's every day. So I think it's all about a balance and taking these supplements as another booster to your already really healthy nutrition too. Everything here is unsponsored. There is no promotion going on here. So there's very honest opinions of the supplements that I've taken, and I really have noticed a difference. So I'm just gonna do this video as if I'm going through the entire day and how I start and end my day with supplements. The very first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is brush my teeth, and then I will take a thyroid medication. This is so not sexy, but it's just something that I get from over the counter for the thyroid problems that I have, which I can get into another video. I'm still trying to figure that out. And I usually always do that in warm water or any kind of tea elixir that I already boiled the day before and I just have going on, because I just feel like first thing in the morning, I can't drink cold water. It like upsets my stomach. So anything that is kind of like warming and healing, especially when it's like these kinds of traditional Chinese medicine elixirs, is so good for you. So I'm getting the antioxidants first thing in the morning, take my thyroid medication, and then I also take a probiotic. So with the probiotics, I've been testing a bunch over the years, and I always like taking probiotics just because I feel like that has really helped my gut health. The one that I'm taking right now is this Fixed Biome brand. The reason why I like Fixed Biome is because they have a very unique crafted blend that allows the healthy enzymes to penetrate through your digestive system to the parts that actually matter the most. And when I first started taking this, like for the first week, my stomach really started to hurt, and I was like, what's going on? And I feel like this was like really resetting my system. And then after I took like the number one for like a week, then I started incorporating number two and number one together. And honestly, like taking it on a very empty stomach has really helped me get my gut moving. But my mom has always said probiotics need prebiotics to actually have the synergy effect and make it a lot more effective. So that's why we created our prebiotic one. This is a prebiotic and berry superfood powder from by Ava. And honestly, this will make you go to the bathroom. Fixed Biome plus this in the morning makes your bowel movements so healthy, so active. And this formula is, over 50% prebiotic. It's inulin powder that's going to give you that healthy bacteria in your gut. So gut health equals skin health. And this also has antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, niacinamide, and zinc. So it's basically like eating your skincare in a way. So the way I do this in the morning is after I take my probiotic and my thyroid medication, then I eat my breakfast, because I don't like to take any more supplements on an empty stomach. So my typical breakfast varies day to day, but the most common one that I do on the go is a smoothie bowl or a yogurt bowl. So I'll do like my homemade yogurt, and then I sprinkle a packet of this all over it. It tastes so good. And then I'll either put some extra collagen in there and then some granola. I also make my granola at home. It's the best, and my granola usually always has some kind of collagen in it. So I'm getting a little bit more extra protein in the morning. And I have another video where I kind of take you through all of my healthy breakfast ideas that I do throughout the week. So now I rarely drink coffee, but instead I do these tea elixirs to have a healthy breakfast, make sure my gut is moving and healthy, and then I get into having more of my supplements. So that's what I do to get my vitamin C and prebiotics, probiotics in the morning with my breakfast. And after I have my breakfast, that's when I get into eating more of my supplements. The first thing that I do usually is this Thorne Pharma GABA. I first discovered it because someone recommended it to me for someone who has like a very overactive brain. Like usually I don't even need coffee because like I have a million things to do. My brain is in like a million directions and I just get really, really overwhelmed. But at the same time, I didn't want to rely on CBD, especially in the morning. So I wanted to find a more natural solution to kind of help me calm down in a way, just so that I'm more productive, because when you're too hyped up, it's hard for me to kind of focus on one task at a time. And unlike synthetic GABA supplements, Thorne sources their GABA from, natural fermented sources. So that is making it closer to what our bodies produce naturally. And when life gets so hectic, that's when we need our GABA boost. Right now, I'm juggling two different kind of businesses and it's very, very hectic and I'm always constantly stressed. And my acupuncturist was telling me how a lot of my thyroid and gut health issues derive from mental stress, but you don't really realize that because your brain feels like it's overactive, but when your brain is too active, that actually makes your other organs shut down. So he was saying that I really, really, really need to focus on my mental stress levels to heal myself. So that's why I started taking these supplements, and I'm not sure if it's like really working. Maybe it's a placebo effect, to be honest with you, but I do honestly feel like on days that I take this in the morning, I am a lot more productive and just like more calm throughout the day. And imagine GABA as like the calming conductor in the orchestra of your brain, helping to tone down the intensity of your stress signals. And honestly, after taking GABA, I just feel calmer and, I just feel like I can handle a lot of the demands that come at me throughout the day. So this feels sponsored, but it totally is not. It's just something that I honestly now really, really need in my routine. The next one is vitamin D. I actually don't have one with me right now, but vitamin D is something that you should be taking. I started taking it during COVID because I follow this doctor, Dr. Gundry. You should follow him too. He's amazing. And he was saying one of the most important supplements that you should take is vitamin D every single day. So no further ado, I just take something from the drugstore or Amazon. And we always think like vitamin D is associated with sun exposure, but unless you're at the beach all day long, you're really not getting vitamin D exposure. So I just feel like I am severely deficient in vitamin D, especially since in the winter time I'm not going out. So I supplement that with a vitamin D supplement, and that just honestly really helps to boost your immunity as well. Then I also like to take Nutrafol. So I've been seeing so many ads on Nutrafol, and honestly, like 3-4 years back, I got one of these and I just wasn't consistent with it. And the recommended size is 4 capsules per day. I was like, where in the world am I going to be taking 4 capsules a day? It's just not for me. So I didn't do it. But lately with all my stress I've been experiencing for like hair thinning, and I feel like I have like all these like small bald spots. Maybe it's like a part of just aging in general. So then I was like, I'm just actually going to try doing Nutrafol. And it's been less than a month since I actually started taking this more consistently, and the baby hair that I have is crazy. Even though it's 4 capsules, I actually like hate taking supplements. So that's why I break it up in the day. So I take 2 in the morning after my breakfast, and then after lunch, maybe if I'm home, then I'll take 2 more. And I do this about like 5 times a week consistently. So just doing that for 3 weeks, I already have all this baby hair. So this has gotten me really excited about actually taking this more. I need to take 2 more today. And beyond the fact that this has biotin like all the other hair supplements, I just honestly think Nutrafol has a more holistic approach to healthy hair. So I think that's why it resonates with me a little bit more than some of the other supplements out there. So that's usually what I take in the morning, and then I have lunch, and then after lunch is when I like to take my omega-3. I don't know, maybe you can take it after breakfast too, but that's usually when I take my omega-3. This is the one that I'm taking. I'm also taking these 2 brands right now, testing. It's honestly worked really good. I honestly like this one because it's similar to like the omega-3, but the pills are just so much smaller than like the huge omega-3s. Obviously, omega-3s are just really good for brain health. I just never took them before because I hated how big the pills were. But when I started taking them for my egg freezing process, I was like, you know what? I do have a little bit more energy and honestly, maybe less brain fog. So that's why I incorporate omega-3s every day after lunch. And then after lunch, I usually just try to take 2 more of the Nutrafol. And then another one is resveratrol. This one is from Gaia Herbs. And resveratrol, I know from skincare hear of how like great it is for anti-aging. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try more resveratrol pills. And there's a lot of studies on how resveratrol is not only good for your skin health, but also to balance your blood sugar levels. And as someone who just like loves sugar every single day, I feel like I need something like this to kind of help balance it out for my cholesterol and my skin health too. And then in the afternoon, I like to take even more collagen for a little bit more boost to my skin and protein. So I'll either take my own collagen in a latte form or a smoothie form in the afternoon. But if I'm outside, then I just like to take these kinds of gummies. I always get these from Korea. They do a really good job of doing these like liquids. These are higher in sugar. However, they're so tasty and so easy. It's just like a little jelly that I like to take. So I usually always have something like this in my bag just to carry it around. So that's kind of like my daytime routine. I think those are the prime essentials for me. And then after dinner, that's when I like just try to wind down. I'm not prioritizing on like really like supplements for my like health because I feel like I did everything earlier in the day. So now it's just time to wind down. And you guys know I have a really hard time falling asleep because of my overactive brain. So sometimes I'll go in with like a little bit of CBD, but beyond that, I started incorporating magnesium. So I take this one from Thorne and I just mix it in my tea or my water. It just adds a little bit more of like a sweeter flavor and it just helps me calm down. So whenever I eat dinner or like right after dinner around like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., that's when I start taking this and it helps me prepare myself to bed. Sometimes it's honestly isn't enough. So on stressful days, I always usually go in with a sleep gummy. And I have been testing every sleep gummy in the market just to make sure I'm not groggy in the morning or have like wild dreams. Something that I really like is this one from Lemmy. As you know, like I'm like almost done with it. This is so good. Another one that I emptied that I really like is from Mary Ruth as well. I'll link it down below. So those are the sleep gummies that I've really liked. There's another brand that has a lychee flavor that I've liked as well. So those are the three that have honestly really worked for me. And then if you want a little bit more of like CBD, I have another Early Bird is another great option for you. It doesn't taste the best, but if you want to get like knocked out, then that's another good option. So sleep is something that is so important to me because I try to prioritize getting like 7 to 8 hours every day. And I just don't want to like lie around wasting my time. That's why I know like melatonin may be not the best solution. My camera just went on battery, but thank you so much for watching. And as I said earlier, I don't want you guys to follow everything that I do, but I just really want to share a few things that have honestly worked for me for my skin and my gut and my brain health because health is wealth. But once again, make sure you are eating healthy and only use supplements as like another extra boost. All right, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next in my next video.